Hi there, this is Master Magnus, and today we're going to be talking about the Jedi Dooku lightsaber that is found at Galaxy's Edge, Batuu. So let's take a look. Over in Doc Ondar's Den Antiquities, you could find in Batuu, which is located in the town of Black Spire Outpost over by the Outer Rim, by Wild Space, a lightsaber that was used by Dooku while he was a Jedi Knight. Now, the Doc Ondar's Den Antiquities is run by an Ithorian who is a collector and seller of many rare artifacts that are found throughout the galaxy. A little backstory on Doc Ondar. His parents were killed when they discovered stumbled upon archaeological secrets of the Jedi and the Sith. And as a youth, he was interested in collecting various things, and that's continued through this present day over in Black Spire Outpost. Now, with Doc Ondar, he is a temperamental Ithorian who will make deals with you. He's fair, but he will make deals with these items that he's collected over the years. The thing is, you don't want to end up on his dock list because generally you will find yourself at the end of a bounty hunter's blaster. So you never want to cross him, but he's good for a deal and he'll uphold his side of the deal that you've made. So let's take a look at Dooku's lightsaber as a Jedi that you would have seen in Tales of the Jedi that came out not that long ago. So first off, the lightsaber comes in the standard lightsaber case, which honestly, I love these cases. It just adds just that little extra bit of in-universe realism. And as someone that likes props, I have so many ideas that I want to do to this case. From paint jobs to adding some lights, maybe some sounds. Like this has a lot of options if you like kind of playing around with the props that you have. So let's take a look. So we open it up, and inside you have a satiny kind of material and Dooku's saber found within. So we're going to grab that and we're going to move the box to the side. So the saber, like all sabers that you find, will have an emitter plug that just keeps the interior electronics clean from dust and other particulates. So we're just going to close that box over and we're going to come over here. So this is the lightsaber that Dooku used in Tales of the Jedi while he was still a Jedi before his fall to the dark side. And I have to say, this is a fantastic saber. Now, just to give you a few details, this is one of the heavier ones. This is about 2.7 pounds. So almost 3 pounds for the saber, and it feels it. You could definitely feel that while holding this. Now, let's just talk a little bit about the saber. We've all seen his Sith saber, which had a very similar construction, but there are some differences. First off, the claw is not as long, but far more menacing on this saber, I feel. Next, other details is that this saber has a lot of texture to it. There's a lot of differences in materials used, which I think just adds an extra element on the saber. So let's just take a little look. So while you have this shiny chrome, and it is a very shiny chrome, this is one of those materials where you do want to buff it every once in a while when you can, because the chrome will pick up fingerprints, but you also have this matte metal color here as well as there, and then it goes once again into a chrome color, and then you have this rubber textured grip, which feels really good in the hand, and it gives a nice little element of gripping. You have that extra gripping there, back to chrome, back to this matte metal, and then if we continue down, we have the gold, what you think is the igniter. This is not the igniter, but it is a nice little flourish here. And then you get this much darker pommel color, this kind of gunmetal color, which I really love the difference of details in terms of the metals they used. And one thing that the Sith saber for Dooku didn't have, that his Jedi has, is this emitter shroud. Almost similar to, like, say, Cal Kestis's, where he has that emitter shroud that goes up the length. And again, it is chrome with that matte finish color as well. And you could feel it goes from one to another, so there's a lot of differences of overlays of metal. Now, in terms of activation, where you would think that would be the activation, it's not. It's this little doggle right here where the one complaint I will say about this saber is that you kind of have to get your finger in to kind of activate it. You don't have that clear either pressing a button or just sliding a switch over. You kind of have to get your finger in and then kind of dig it forward. But let's get a nice look over at the saber. And again, it does come with a, Covertech wheel here, so you could hook it over to a belt. Now again, have a hefty belt because this is, as I said, almost 3 pounds. So this definitely is a good shelf piece. I would say this is also a good piece if you are in a costuming group and you just want a saber to have on your belt or to light up, or if you want to go to a convention, this is also a fun one, even though there is a great weight, but it is just a really good looking saber. It's also a good table piece, shelf piece as well. Now, if you are someone that enjoys dueling, I will say the one element that I always warn against dueling with any of the legacy sabers that you'll find over in Savvy's is that it uses this saber blade, which has a string of LEDs that run through, but if you hit it too hard, you will get a lot of dead zones in your blade because it's just a string of LEDs. So let's get this inside and let's see what it sounds like. So you're going to notice that the saber blade has little divots. Well, you line the divots up into the hilt itself. You'll slowly turn around and eventually you'll see it slowly sink in. You plug it in, you'll hear an activation sound, and then you just twist. Now the saber is in. And all you need to do is flick the switch and get a little sound for that. Now, the one thing people will have said, they don't like that it's a very quiet saber. Personally, I'm not really that concerned about it being too quiet. Namely because sometimes having that loud lightsaber sound can be a little annoying if you're doing a convention or maybe a troop or some other activities. But it has good sound to it. It can, get some elements of that. The one thing that this saber does that other sabers don't, it actually has a flickering of the blade, which I actually love that as a detail. I don't know if you could pick it up in the camera, but the blade actually pulses. You don't find that with the other sabers, and I think that's just a nice little additional detail that they have. I would hope that in future sabers that they'll release at Galaxy's Edge, these legacy sabers, that you'll get this pulsing effect. But it really feels good in the hand. Those that might want to twist it, it has a good leverage point. It's something fun to really take out at a convention or to Galaxy's Edge or for your shelf. So this, I would have to really give a lot of recommendations about getting the Dooku Jedi Knight saber because it's just an overall pretty and fun saber that they have there. Now let's hear the deactivation sound. So again, a very quiet saber. But I don't mind that at all. So if you're looking for a loud saber, this might not be the one that you're interested in. But if you're looking for something that's a little different, that's very elegant in its design, this would be the saber you would like. And if you're changing out your batteries, all you do is you turn the pommel in the back. That comes out. Inside you're going to find the battery pack. You have to unscrew the sheath over the batteries, change out its 3 AAAs, and then you just reattach it, reinsert, screw it over again, and then once again you're good to go. So I highly recommend the Dooku saber. The pros again, very elegant. The really nice eye-catching element with the different metals. The cons, people might not like that it's a low sound and that it's a 3-pound saber, but overall, the pluses outweigh any of the cons that you could find. So again, this is definitely a unique saber that you should add to your collection. Till the spire rises. May the force be with you.